In this video, we will learn on how to install BMC Client Management on Linux server. We will move forward with the installation of BCM Master on the Linux server. The installation process will begin by installing the Oracle client, which facilitates the connection between the BCM application server and the database. We will then create the TNS names.ora entry with the help of the VI editor under the root folder. The TNS names.ora file gets created when the database is installed on the Windows server. And finally, we'll proceed by installing the BCM Master server on the Linux environment. So let's get started. So before you start with the installation of the master server on the Linux box, you need to make sure that the Oracle client is installed on the Linux box. This client is going to help connect the application server to the database. Once that is done, you go to the root folder and create the tnsname.ora entry with the help of the VI editor. And you copy in the below mentioned details that has been picked from the tnsname.ora file from the database server. Now the purpose of creating this entry is to tell the Linux box the hostname of the database server and the port that it is going to connect on. Once this is done, you could then proceed by installing the BCM Master on the Linux box. So with the help of the WinSCP, I have already copied the instant client to the TMP folder and the installer to root BMC folder. Okay, let's switch back to the TMP folder. I've logged into my Linux box as well as a root account, and this is the command to check if the instant client is already installed on the device. So let's paste that and check. It came up empty. That means that it does not have the instant client installed. Now let's go to the temp folder, ls. Okay. You always have to make sure that you run the instant client basic before running the SQL package. At times it takes a little while to complete. Okay, that is done. Okay. Now if we run the previous command to validate if it is installed, it is going to give 2 entries. So there you go. Now let's run the VI editor. No, before that we have to go to the root folder. Okay. And insert this information. Colon WQ to save and exit. Okay. So this is done. Now you can proceed with the installation process of the master. Now this is done. Let's go to the location where the installer is copied, which is root ls, and you're going to unzip this folder. So the folder is unzipped. Let's go to the path to install the installer. We are now going to run a command to convert this .sh into an executable. So it is chmod plus x and BMC. Let's run the command to install the installer. Again, you need to hit on enter until you reach the 24th pointer. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once you reach the 24th point, slowly hit on enter. And you will get the license agreement terms. Here you have to type yes and hit enter. It is going to ask you, is this installation in SaaS environment, which will be no. It is going to pick the default location, hit enter, HTTP port 1610, enter, 1611 for communication, yes. Here you have to select the, the SSL communication will be set to default, which is 2. Certificate organization, just hit enter. Again, the BMC Client Management Agent service name will be the default. Hit enter again. Enter the host name for the BMC Client Management database, which is this. I've made a copy of everything. Now select the database engine you want to use. We are using Oracle. Else by default it will pick Postgres. Enter the TNS name for the BMC Client Management Master, which is BCMDB. Enter. You need to manually update the table spaces before you can continue. Are they already updated? You have to type yes and hit enter. The installation directory of your Oracle client server. This is the path that it installs the client to. But let's just validate. Root users lib Oracle 21, yeah, and client 64. So I'll just copy this and paste it. Enter. Enter the TNS name, TNS admin Oracle environment variable value. We have it under the root folder. Enter the installation directory of the SQL bus. If installed, otherwise leave it empty. We are going to leave it empty. The NLS language in Oracle environment, we are going to take it as America UTF, paste it here and hit enter. The username that will connect to to the database is system in my case, and the password to connect to it. The language default, which is US. The password to connect to the admin user, again the default password. Hit enter and continue clicking on yes. Do you want the agent to be started once the installation is completed? Yes. Click on enter and it has started the process of installation. Once the installation is complete, it will give you a summary of all the details that we have mentioned. We will now run this command to tell the TNS admin the location of tnsnames.ora file. We could now launch the console by typing in https:// the IP address or the host name of your master server :1610 and console. It's loaded this page for us and I'm going to download the web start. Okay. Okay, we were able to log into the BCM console and this is our master server. Thank you for watching the video.